Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Signature Moves presents our live virtual signing with none other than one of the most controversial and influential people within the past 20, 30 years of professional wrestling, Mr. Vince Russo. How are you, sir?
What is going on, my good friend Chris? How you doing, my friend?
I'm very well. How's it over there in the States at the moment?
Everything is great, Chris. I've never done one of these, bro. This is the first time I'm doing a virtual signing. I'm very, very happy to be here today.
It's arguably our biggest marquee signing of this business in the past 2 years. So to get you is, in England, we call a coup. So thank you so much for joining us. Guys, if you want to put any questions forward in the comment section, please do. Okay, we're going to go straight into the live virtual signing as we speak. So the pre-order stuff, guys, we're going to go through everybody that's prepaid for these. All right. And then if you'd like to purchase anything, contact myself or Big Dan and we'll get you sorted. So we're going to go straight into photo number one, Vince. Okay. And this is for Jess. That's the one. And she would like to Jess.
Jess, I'm assuming, right?
That's correct, sir.
And I'm using the gray. Nice. Even though it looks purplish. Look at that.
Does it really?
Is this right?
Yeah, it should be.
All right, you use this.
If it works, let's go with it. And if not, we'll move to the bronze.
Let me write on another sheet of paper just to make sure. Bro, this is kind of right in purple.
Oh, do you reckon that'll go well, Dan?
You know what though, bro? I might have one here. I haven't used it in a long time. Let me see, bro. You want me to try one of these?
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Go for it.
Wait, I got a bunch of silver ones here. Hold on, man. I want to do this the right way for Jess.
That's cool.
All right, let's make sure it works. Okay. I'm gonna try my own. All right, so just to Jess.
To Jess, and she would like hashtag Attitude Era. And then your signature.
I'm not crazy about that one. Hold on, man. I gotta find a good pen.
That's all. If not, the bronze one would work. I think my daughter swapped the pen round.
I'm gonna use. Okay, I'm gonna use the bronze one. This one.
Yeah, let's go with it. Yeah, that's fine.
To Jess.
And then hashtag Attitude Era. And then your signature, please.
So we've got about 40 people watching at the moment.
Wow. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome.
And there's a lot of love for you in the chat here, Vince, as well. A lot of people are admiring your man cave at the moment.
This is my pride. All right, how's this look? Is this cool? To Jess.
Oh, that's perfect.
I got you there. Peace, Vince Russo.
Love that.
Beautiful. Okay.
That is bang on. Okay, the next one is for, they would like to the Berg Bros. So that's to the Berg, that's BERG, and then Bros, and they would like 1 times WCW champ, and then your autograph, please. And again, guys, thanks for joining us live here on Signature Moves. We are live here with Vince Russo, as you can see, signing away for you guys who have already done the pre-sale. If you would like to get anything during the live, please let us know. Inbox myself or Big Dan. And we can talk.
You guys too, man. Bro, I've never even seen this photo.
Have you not?
I have not, bro. So this is a pretty cool photo, bro. I do not even own this photo. To the Berg Bros, bro. There we go.
Okay, the next one is for Kurt, and he would just like to Kurt. That's Kurt.
Okay, got it.
and he would like hashtag bro and then your autograph, please.
Okay, this one is done for Kurt.
Awesome.
Beautiful. What's next?
Thank you very much. The next one is for Dan, and Dan would just like to Dan and then your autograph, please.
All right, Dan is done, signed, sealed, and delivered.
Fantastic. The next one is for Danny, and that's DANNY, and he would like to Danny, hashtag bro, and then your autograph, please.
All right, Danny is done.
Thank you. Okay, the next one is for Sarah, and she would like to Sarah, hashtag bro, and your autograph, please.
Is Sarah with an H?
Yes, please, sir.
All right, Sarah is done.
Fantastic. The next one is for Simon, and he would like to Simon, top ref bro, and your autograph.
All right, Simon is complete.
The next one is for Paul, and Paul would like to Paul, one-time WCW champ, and your signature, please.
All right, good. We got it.
Awesome. The next one is for John, and that's JOHN, and he would like to John, hashtag bro, and your autograph, please.
All right, John is all done.
And then the next one is not personalized, and it's just any inscription you would like to put and your signature. So anything you'd like to put and your signature.
I wrote keep broing. Okay, now I believe all of the number ones are done, I believe.
That is correct, yeah.
Okay, let me gather them for you.
That's fantastic.
Let me gather them nice pile. Let me put them in the number one envelope. Beautiful. Okay, all right, that is done. You want me to get number two?
Yeah, so the next one, I believe it's either the mic or the confetti.
I think it's the confetti.
Yeah, that's fine. That's it. Perfect. So we'll stick with the colour pen that you have.
Okay.
Because that seems to be working really well.
All
So
right.
this one is to Jess. That's JESS.
Okay.
And she would like keep following your dream and then your autograph.
Bro, you think this one is okay on here? Or should I maybe change it to a black?
I think that was fine.
You think so?
Yeah, it looks wicked. Yeah.
Looks okay, Dan?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure they're happy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's done.
Cool. The next one is to Kev, and he would like to Kev, your number one fan, and then your autograph.
What do I do if I messed one up?
Hey, doesn't matter.
I kind of messed up the signature a little bit. I ran out.
Don't worry. Throw it in. It's fine. Kev will be absolutely over the moon with that. He'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks okay. It looks like Russo. Okay.
It's cool. Okay, the next one is for Gemma, and she would like to Gemma, #bro, and your autograph.
How do I spell her name?
It's Gemma.
G as in George, E,
Yeah.
M, mom, A.
Correct.
Okay, to Gemma.
#bro, and your autograph, please.
And you sure this color is okay like that? You sure?
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Okay, and we're going to take a pause for the cause in a second, and we're going to go into some questions with Big Dan, Vince, if that's okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man, absolutely.
Okay, and Dan, over to you.
So this is a video message from Jess. You've done 2 of the autographs for her so far, so I'll just play that for you.
Evening. I just would like to ask a little question to Mr. Vince Russo. What was it like working for 3 promotions, WWF, WCW, and TNA? What was the difference? And thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule for doing this. Really appreciate you. Being a big fan of your work since the early days, and thank you very much.
Wow, that is a great question, Jess. Yeah, man, because it really was 3 absolutely different experiences. Obviously, I started in the WWF at the time. So all that was new to me, and I started on the magazine, and then I went over to television. And bro, it was a very, very fun time, man. It was a I don't want to say a family environment, because there really isn't family in wrestling, but it was a very professional environment. We all worked very, very well together. There were no issues, and we achieved a lot of great things. WCW was completely different, as it was just very, very, very political. I honestly could not wait to get out of there. And TNA, I was there for 10 years, and it was really 2 TNAs at the beginning. It was great. It was a new company. Everybody had the same goals. Everybody was working together. But when when Hulk and Eric came in, and this is not a shot at them in any means, the working environment just changed, and it really became a different company, and that was part of the reason why I wound up leaving. But I appreciate the question. question, Jess. I appreciate you buying the pictures. Thank you very, very much for supporting me.
Can I just touch on that question then, Vince? If you could have, and if there was a chance for you to stick with one of those companies, which one would you have stayed with?
Bro, I would say TNA.
Yeah.
I really would, bro, because like I said, the early years of TNA when we were building it were very, very enjoyable. I had a lot of freedom. You know, Jeff Jarrett was like a brother to me at the time. You know, bro, we had that show up to 2 million viewers, and it was on a very small network on Spike Television. So, you know, I really thought that was a great accomplishment. The people there were great. You know, all the knockouts. I mean, I loved working with all of them. I honestly would choose that one out of all three of them.
Yeah. No, great question, Jess, and great answer as well. Dan, back to you.
All right, so the next one is from Dan.
Vince Russo. So my question for you today is, after your tenure in the World Wrestling Federation on screen as Vic Venom, you made your World Championship Wrestling debut off screen as a part of the Powers of B angle. How did you develop the on-screen baseball bat wielding Vinny Roo persona that we all know and love today? What thought processes went into creating the look, the sound, the nuances of that on-screen character? Thank you.
Okay, yeah, help me with that, man, because he spoke kind of fast.
Get in. Go on, Dan.
So, how did you come up with the Vince Russo persona that we know and love from TV, basically?
Oh, bro, that's a great question and real simple, bro. Like this is a fact. I don't know how it is across the pond, but here in the States, people hate New Yorkers. They just do. You know, I've had to deal with that my whole entire life. So when I became a character on television, I basically said to myself, if you want to hate New Yorkers, I'm going to give you a real reason to hate New Yorkers. So I just magnified being a New Yorker by 1,000,000 times. And you know, people bought into it. And to this day, they believe I'm that same guy. So that was basically it, man. I was going to give them a reason to hate New Yorkers if they wanted to hate New Yorkers.
It's true, isn't it? You turn yourself up 1,000, and your character is a. You know.
That's the key to any successful character, man.
Could anyone tell the difference? Like, were you still in character when you were outside of the wrestling industry? So, like, say you were traveling from shows.
Yeah, I wasn't one of those guys. I really wasn't. You know, bro, you know, to me, it was television, and it's no different when you go see Tom Cruise in a movie. If you see Tom Cruise on the street, he's not going to play a role that he played in the movie. So I was very, very much myself outside of the show.
Fair play. Did people get angry that you weren't the Vince Russo that they saw on TV? Like, did you ever have any fan confrontations where they expected you to be like that?
Oh, they all do to this day, bro. I mean, that's 90% of the communication on social media. Like they still don't understand, bro. It's been what, 24 years, and they still don't understand that I'm not that guy.
Fair enough. Fair play. Big Dan, back to you.
So the next question is from Adam.
Thank you for doing the autograph signing. I really do appreciate the autographs. In your wrestling career, you've done a lot. You've made David Arquette world champion. You built up Booker T and made him world champion. You created the teams such as DX, such as The Brood, such as The Ministry, Nation of Domination, just to say a few. You created Raw magazine. You basically did the Attitude Era for all of us to enjoy. But my question to you is, what are you most proud of in your wrestling career?
Well, you know, bro, I think the one thing I'm most proud of is, you know, being in a position where I was able to put the world heavyweight title on Booker T. Because this is a guy that was so deserving and worked so hard for so many years, and the politics of the company were keeping him down. And I'm very, very, very proud of the fact that I was in a position where I could reward just a really great individual with something that he really, really, really earned. That was the thing I was most proud of.
Out of all that, that's incredible. And what was Booker's reaction when, obviously, you said that he was going to win the heavyweight title?
I think Booker just never thought he would. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, man, WCW was a very, very political environment.
Yeah.
And, I think Booker was in a place where he kind of accepted his role. So I think when, we kind of broke the news to him, he almost didn't believe it because, like I said, man, they kept their thumb on Booker T, and he really needed somebody in his corner that was going to, be there to get him over the top.
Yeah. Oh, fair play for doing that. It's nice to see that everyone, that certain people in the industry stick up for the good guys, so to speak. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great question, Adam. Well done. Dan.
So the next one is from John.
Hey Vince, hope you're doing well. In your opinion, what's the best behind the scenes wrestling documentary that you may have been involved in or may not have been involved in? And do you think it blurs the lines between reality and fantasy, or do you think that they are legitimate documentaries?
Wow, that's a great question. I would have to say, bro, probably the best one I've seen was the Bret Hart one. Was something with shadows? What was the name of it?
Oh, is it Wrestling with Shadows or something?
Yeah.
I think that was the name of it, right? Yeah, bro, because that was very, very, very real. And it was a very controversial and dangerous time, and nobody was acting for the camera. It was very, very real. I was a part of that earlier one that we did. And I think there was a little playing up to the camera in that one. I think Bret's documentary was the truest and the rawest and the most believable, in my opinion.
What do you think? Oh, so obviously you've done a bit of work for Dark Side of the Ring. How do you think they are doing at the moment with their documentaries? Because a lot of it's quite cutthroat in regards to.
Bro, listen, make no bones about it, man. They want ratings, and that's why they're doing these shows. And bro, it's television. You're in the television business because you want ratings. And I'll be honest with you, man. I did the Brawl for All Dark Side, and I vowed never to do another one because they turned that into an angle between myself and Jim Cornette, which that wasn't the show. So they came back at me with Bash at the Beach, and I told them I wasn't happy with what you did with the last one. And I'll be honest, man, I asked them for an astronomical fee. I said, if you want me to do this, it's going to cost you X amount of dollars, and they paid me. So I'm curious to see how the next one comes out. The Bash at the Beach one. I think that's coming out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna say where are we up to at the moment, Dan?
Doink was last week.
Yeah, we're about a week behind. We get it through an online server over here in the UK, so we don't get to watch it live.
Yeah,
but I find them very interesting.
They're working on it because they just touched base with me last week. They wanted to get pictures and whatnot, so it's probably still a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, I'm going to say, like I said, I think Doink was the last one, right, Dan?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. We're just going to go into a couple of more pictures, if that's okay, Vince.
Same ones, right?
Same confetti, yeah. So the next one, and this is in black Sharpie, if that's okay. It's been
okay. I got it.
And it's to Chris, and he would like to Chris, WCW or one-time WCW champion, Vince Russo.
Is it Chris with a K or a C?
With a C, please.
Okay. Okay, that's done.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. And the next one is for. Let me look in here. You've done Gemma. Done that. The next one is for Stu. Sorry, and that's STU. And he would like to Stu #bro and your autograph, please.
STU.
That's correct. Yes. And again, guys, thanks so much for watching. We have got loads of questions.
Yep, that is Stu is complete.
Just a quick one. Chris Barron has said, do you have any original promos that you're selling during the live?
Promos meaning what?
So the 8x10 card promos, do you have any of those? Separately, not that we've sent you.
Not really, bro. I mean, I have 8x10s that I sell on my website.
Cool. So they can find it on there then, yeah?
There it is right there. They can go to, well, actually, they can go to russosbrand.com, and I got stuff on there.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
I was just relaying the question there, guys. Cool. Okay. We're going to move on to the mic picture now, Vince. That is the confetti one's done.
Okay, so what do I do with the extra? Oh, you want me to put these aside for later?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Okay, all right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you want me to go to number 3 now?
Yeah, so the number 3 should be the one with you holding the microphone.
Yes, got it.
Fantastic.
You want me to stick with this color?
Yes, please. I think that'll look fantastic on that one.
Okay.
Okay. So the let me get these up first. So the first one is for Adam. Now, obviously, we spoke about this this inscription off air, so it's entirely your choice. But Adam would like Adam would like just fuck Jim Cornette and your autograph.
Do you think I could write to Adam Jim Who with a question mark in my autograph?
Yes.
I don't like the FU. Is that okay?
Fine.
Okay. So to Jim.
Yeah. To Adam.
Oh, Adam. Okay, I'm sorry. To Adam. I'm going to say Jim Who. Okay.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. And again, guys, we respect what Vince wants to write and what he doesn't want to write. If you don't like it, unfortunately, that's just how it goes. All right, guys.
Okay, that is done.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, the next one for the mic is for Dan, and he would like to Dan #bro and your autograph, please.
Adam's very happy with that one.
Is he okay with that? Yeah,
he's absolutely fine.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't like saying F anybody, you know.
No.
Okay, he is done. Dan is done.
Excellent. The next one is for John, and that's JON, and he would like to John #bro and your autograph, please.
Okay, John is done.
And the next one is for Grace, and that's GRACE. Okay. And she would like to Grace #bro and your autograph.
All right.
Okay, the next one. Sorry, I'm just going down my. It's for Shane, and he would just like not personalised. He would just like #bro and your autograph, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, done.
Excellent. And the last one is to Anthony, and that's ANTONY.
Okay.
And he would like to Anthony, #bro, and your autograph, please. And again, guys, if you want any extra photos, please contact us. Let us know what you'd like.
Okay, that is done.
That's fantastic. And we're going to just take a break from those in a second, and we're going to head over to the questions from Big Dan.
Okay, so this one is from Stu, and his question is:
Hello there, Vince. My question to you is what is the truth about the Montreal Screwjob? I've just watched the Dark Side of the Ring episode, and there's tit for tat between you and Jim Cornette. I think what a lot of the fans want to know, what is the truth behind the Montreal Screwjob? And also, what were the other ideas that you, Cornette and Vince had to get that title belt off Brett before the Screwjob happened? Because in the Dark Side of the Ring, we didn't hear them. So what were the other ideas to get the belt off Brett, and what is the truth on the Montreal Screwjob? Cheers.
What do you think he's looking for, like, exactly as far as the truth? Is there any what do you think he's looking for?
I think he's trying. I think Stu's asking. The way that the way I read this is the way that the Montreal Screwjob went down was obviously the call from Hebner in the ring from the outside, call from Vince. Was there an alternative way of getting the belt off Brett, or was that the only way?
Yeah, no. Okay, that's a great question. Yeah, the truth is, when we were writing that week, it was just myself, Vince, and Jim Cornette. Vince advised me when I got to the house, his house, he took me off in a separate room and he told me that Brett was going to be calling and he needed me to be on a third line as a witness. So in other words, Vince wanted me on that phone call without Brett knowing I was on the phone call.
Right.
So I was on the phone call, and it was during that call that many suggestions were run by Brett. I would say the main one being to take the belt off Brett at a house show before we got to the Survivor Series. Everybody was scrambling to come up with alternatives, even Jim Neidhart. I remember even Jim Neidhart throwing his hat in the ring, but none of them seemed to be satisfactory to Brett. So I remember it was getting late in the night. You know, man, I had a family at home. I just wanted to get out of there. And I just said to Vince, I said, Vince, bro, screw it, man. Just have Sean put Brett in the sharpshooter and have the referee call for the bell. Bro, I said that out of frustration because I just wanted to go home. Like we had exhausted every possibility you could imagine. And then after that, I didn't have a conversation with Vince leading up to the Survivor Series. I did not know what the finish was going to be. I did not know what Vince had decided. I was not privy to any more conversations Vince had after that day. And then, you know, sure enough, as I'm sitting there watching it, I basically see the finish that I had pitched to Vince. Now, bro, like I said, I want to make this perfectly clear. 3 other people could have pitched the same thing to Vince. I don't know. I wasn't privy to any other conversations when we had the creative meeting that day. That my part of it was over. So what discussions they had after that, what discussions they had that day, I have no idea.
Did you get any heat from Bret Hart from that finish?
I didn't get any heat from Bret Hart. Mick Foley was very, very, very unhappy. I'll never forget Mick Foley telling me, I should be ashamed of myself. And Mick was a good friend. And nobody understood, and I will back Vince McMahon to this day. Bro, Vince was just trying to protect the company.
Yeah.
He did not want to do it. He didn't enjoy doing it. He was just afraid that the title was going to wind up in WCW in a trash can. So Vince made the decision he made to protect the company. It was nothing personal towards Bret whatsoever. And I could tell you, Vince didn't want it to go down that way.
Yeah, because obviously we saw the Alundra Blaze stuff where she dropped the women's, and I'm assuming Vince didn't want that as well with Bret.
Exactly.
So, great question, Stu. Hopefully I've translated it better for you. The Scottish like to talk with a thick accent. So as long as you get that. Dan, back to you, please.
The next one is from Kev.
Vince, it is Kevin here, your number one fan. My question to you is, you are known as the most controversial man in wrestling history. If there is anything that you could go back and change in your career, what would it be and why? Cheers, bro.
Very nice. Bro, I swear the one thing that I would change, I would have never gotten in the wrestling business. If I could do this all over again, I would have never gotten in the business. It's a heartless business. It's a dirty business. It's an ugly business. It's a political business. And I was just not suited for it, bro. I'm not a political guy. I'm a very honest guy. I am a hard worker. I believe in, getting to the top through, hard work and outworking everybody. And I honestly, bro, there's nothing I would have changed while I was in it, but I would have never gotten in it.
What got you in it? What kind of encapsulated you to just get involved?
I needed a job. I mean, literally, I had a couple of video stores that Blockbuster put out of business. I had a family. I needed a job. I was always, I was always a fan of wrestling. So I thought it might be cool to, see if I could do something in that business. And that's how it came to be. But I would never do it again, knowing what I know now.
Even the legacy you have.
Absolutely not. That means nothing to me, bro. What means something to me with my legacy is being a good husband, a good father, and a good son. What I did writing a television show, I'm not that's not important to me, man.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So obviously, if you were a fan of wrestling, I want to touch on this because it's quite interesting. You said that if you could change it, you wouldn't go into wrestling. What were the other avenues you could have pursued if not wrestling?
Bro, I wanted to be a writer. I mean, there's no question about that. And that I went to school for journalism. I got a degree in journalism, but I wound up, marrying my college sweetheart, and I lived in New York and she lived in Indiana. So that changed things. But I always wanted to be a writer. But I wanted to be a TV writer. I wanted to write movies. I never had, you always hear, I had a dream. I never had a dream of being a wrestling writer. It wasn't even on my radar, bro. It just kind of happened.
Yeah. So what influenced you then to want to write? Did you see something, back when you were younger, thought I could write something similar to that? Like, because creative writing is quite a hard thing to do. You know what I mean? So what kind of sparked your interest?
I wrote an essay when I was about in the 6th grade. And bro, I remember, bro, it was about an alien visiting Earth way before ET, way before. And bro, I remember my teacher really put it over, and she basically, told me that I had a gift of writing, and I guess that really stuck with me. And bro, you combine that with my love of television, my love of movies, my love of characters.
Yeah.
It was just really a natural for me.
Yeah. Oh, it's weird to know where your direction could have gone.
Absolutely. Definitely,
You know what I mean?
definitely Hollywood, bro. Definitely Hollywood.
Yeah, 100%. Dan, do you want to go to the questions that we have in the comments? We've got about 20 minutes left, guys. So if there are comments in the questions in the comments box, then Big Dan will throw them up.
So this is actually from my brother JJ. He's put, "How is Penelope doing? You mentioned in a recent Q&A on your YouTube channel that she had some X-rays done."
Yeah, she had a what do they call the thing that pregnant women get? What do they call that?
Ultrasound.
Ultrasound. Thank you, Craig. Yeah, bro. She had to have an ultrasound because she was urinating blood, and it scared the shit out of me. But all it basically is she has some crystals in her bladder, and I guess crystals turn into stones, just like a human being. You pass kidney stones, and that's what's been the irritation. The problem is, man, Penelope is so spoiled that I overfeed her, and she's a big fat slob, and that's why she's having trouble going to the bathroom. So now I've got her on a diet because I got to get her healthy.
Spoil them. Never mind. Great question, JJ. Well done.
So the next question is from John. So, hey Vince, what is your favorite item in your office/man cave?
Oh my God, bro. I am a big San Francisco Giant fan because my father was a New York Giant fan when they played in the Polo Grounds. I have probably in this office about 50 autographed Giant pictures of all the greats, current players, you name them. My prized possession is probably my autographed Willie Mays. I think I got two. I got 2 autographed pictures of Willie Mays. Those will probably be my favorite. Even though I got this one as a kid, I'll show you guys.
Shoot.
See if you guys know who this is. Now, this was one of my idols growing up. And as literally, I must have been a 12-year-old kid. I somehow wrote to him. I think he was playing for the Virginia Squires at the time. And I got this picture that I still have. This is Dr. J. This is Julius Erving.
Yeah.
And this I've literally had this for 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is one of my favorites too. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I got a bunch of autographed pictures in here. I don't have any wrestling, man. Bro, the only thing I did was when I was the editor of the magazine, whoever was on the cover, I had them sign the magazine for me. But I've since got rid of all of those. So I really don't have any wrestling paraphernalia at all.
Fair one. Thanks for that, John. Appreciate the question. I'll move on.
The next one is from Adam. So Vince famously said that championships belts mean nothing and they are only props. What is your reasoning behind the statement, and do you believe that it could degrading for someone who has worked so hard to reach the top of the summit in pro wrestling?
No, because what does that really mean, guys? See, that's the thing, man. You don't know unless you're there. And there are a lot of people that reach the top or the summit in pro wrestling through politics. Now, don't get me wrong, bro. There are those hard workers. No question about it. There are hard workers, but there are also people that are rewarded because they just play the game better than the other people. And at the end of the day, guys, to me, this is not an insult. Listen, man, I say this all the time. bro, I could never do what wrestlers do. I mean, bro, the people that I worked with were unbelievable athletes. You know, the wear and tear on their body every day of the week. I could never, ever have done that. But at the end of the day, bro, it's a television show. I mean, that's all. Nobody's winning these titles. Nobody's losing these titles. It's a television show. So when I say that the title is a prop, it is a prop, and it doesn't take away from anybody's hard work. But bro, nobody's winning that title. And like I said, man, some people win it the right way, some people, you know, win it the wrong way. But
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. I'm not saying that in an insulting manner. It is what it
No.
is.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you with that one. I think sometimes, especially over here in England, politics ruins wrestling.
Absolutely, it does,
And
bro. No doubt, no doubt.
It goes from being fun and enjoyable to toxic and not fun, should I say?
Yes.
And many people, unfortunately, over here quit or retire because politics isn't their game, and they just.
And I don't blame them, man. I've got a lot of my friends in my inner circle, and the reason they're on the outside looking in is because they're good people. You can't be a good person and exist in the wrestling business. There's got to be a little bit of a-hole in you in order to just survive, bro. Trust me.
I couldn't agree with you more on that. Honestly, I wish people that look to get in the wrestling business would know this kind of information, because they always say
they don't want to hear it, bro. Like they don't want to hear it. They want to believe that it's something that it really isn't. You know, Chris, people ask me all the time, you know, oh, Vince, can you tell me, how do I get in the wrestling? And I say, don't. I can't tell you with a good conscience to get in the wrestling business, man. I can't. I would never have told my kids to get in the wrestling business. It's not a nice business.
Yeah, I'm with you. Great question there, guys. We've got about 10 minutes to go, guys. So if you do have any last minute questions, then please put them in the comment section. Oh, I've got loads here. There you go. Dan, you've got about 4 or 5 that just come through.
Right. So from Rich, you used to use Jerry Springer's South Park for writing Raw. If you were still writing for WWE now, what current show would you use storylines for inspiration?
Man, just really reality-based shows, bro. To me, that's the problem with wrestling. There's no reality in wrestling, man. It's, Wrestler A wants to fight Wrestler B to prove he's the best. There's no reality whatsoever. I like reality, man. I like drama. I like conflict. And there was so much going on in the WWE with, the NDAs and Vince going home and who's in charge and then Vince coming back. Bro, there was so much they could have played upon that they completely ignored. I promise you, bro, that's the road I would have went down. What was really, really happening behind the scenes in that company.
Do you think that would have maybe exposed some of the business if you'd gone down that route?
No, bro, because you have to control it and work it to some degree. You definitely have to turn it in to what you want it to be, but the roots of it need to stem from reality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I guess kind of like the Lita Edge Matt Hardy situation.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I get you. Cool. That's a good question. Thank you very much, Rich, for that. Appreciate it.
All right, so the next one is from JJ. So with the current promotions like WWE and AEW, there feels like there's something missing. In the words of Buck Showalter, they're capable of doing the job, they're just not doing it. In your opinion, what are promotions missing the most?
The promotions are missing characters, storylines, and believable wrestlers. It's that simple, bro. I worked with men. I worked with wrestlers. I worked with men and women that when they came out that curtain, they could kick your ass. Like it's that's why they were wrestlers.
Yeah.
I am so insulted today, bro, because wrestling has become the only sport where anybody can become a wrestler. Anybody, bro. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You weigh $1.50, you're 5'5". That is so insulting to me. I don't want to watch my next door neighbor on television. I want to see somebody that's bigger than life. I want to see somebody that's a pro. And so the wrestlers are not really wrestlers. There are no storylines. There are no characters. All you're getting are 20-minute matches, and casual fans, man, just don't care about that, bro.
Yeah. Do you keep up to date with the product,
bro?
Or is it just kind of
The only show I watch is Raw, because over here, a wrestling site pays me very well to critique Raw. So that's all I watch, bro. I don't watch anything else but Raw.
Nothing else.
Nope. No, I have no interest. I have zero interest.
So then, touching on that one, if I can, what would you change with the current state of Raw if you were writing?
Like I said, the first thing I would do is the backdrop would be the reality of professional wrestling.
Yeah,
that would be the backdrop. And when I talk about backdrop, bro, I'm talking about there definitely is a conflict going on between Vince McMahon and Triple H. No question about it.
Yeah,
we would be seeing that on television. We would be seeing wrestlers taking sides. We would be seeing the reality of the wrestling business that I've been talking about here for the last 50 minutes or so. That's where we would start. But like I said, bro, bro, it's like the bloodline angle is the greatest thing we've ever seen. No, it isn't, bro. We've seen this angle a million times before. The problem is the bar has been so lowered that even if it's mediocre, it is now going to be the greatest storyline. It's not, bro. And the problem is the lack of reality, bro. There needs to be more real. Look at how AEW just handled the situation with CM Punk and the Bucks and those guys.
Yeah, they kept them apart.
Exactly, man. Totally sweep it under the carpet. Are you kidding me, bro? That's money, man. That's money. But you have to know how to write that, and you have to know how to produce it, and they just don't know how to do it.
Yeah. No, that's a great answer. Absolutely brilliant. Guys, we've got about 5 minutes left, so we'll take a couple of more questions, and then we'll...
So I apologise to whoever put this question up. It's just coming up as Facebook user, but who was the easiest wrestler to work with?
Kurt Angle, 1,000%, man. I would do anything for that man. What he was a pro's pro, and I love him to death, bro. I wish everybody could have been Kurt Angle.
Did you gravitate to him more because he was a legit Olympian, a legit wrestler?
I don't think so, bro. I think I gravitated to him more because he took his job very seriously and was always working hard, bro. He was never slacking off. He was never lazy. He worked as hard as I did, bro, doing what he did and me doing what I did. His work ethic was through the roof.
Yeah. So I remember when he turned down the first contract, he said, I can't lose. He didn't realize it was, a written episodic TV show because he was so passionate about his roots. Yeah. And he was like, I'd love to sign for you, but I just can't lose.
Yeah.
And when he finally got it.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Because all the years that I worked with Kurt, bro, he never had a problem with one single finish ever.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's so good to know that there are still pros out there that just appreciate and respect the job in that manner.
Yes.
So fair play.
The next one is from Sam Oliver. So how would you use Bret Hart in 97 when he first came to WCW if you had been there?
I think the same way I used him when I got there, bro. He would have been a main eventer. I mean, no question about it, man. Bret Hart was a main eventer. He was a main eventer when I worked with him at the WWE. He should have been a main eventer when he went to WCW, man. So I tried to, I tried to fix that when I got there. That was like one of the top things on my list. And then, unfortunately, Bret got hurt, and that was the end of that. But Bret Hart was always the main eventer, man. I don't care what company he worked for.
And then the final question. This one's from Paul. It's coming up as Facebook user, but it's Paul. Who was more of a threat to WWF's Vince, WCW or ECW?
ECW wasn't a blip on the screen, man. WCW, Turner and his financial resources. ECW was really, really, I mean, listen, I got a lot of friends who came from ECW, but at the end of the day, it was really a niche company. It's very much like AEW today. It was never a threat to the WWE, but WCW surely was.
And then next one is when I can find the question. There is lots of questions, so I'm just trying to siphon through. Right, from John. Thoughts on David Arquette's wrestling documentary Comeback against Nick Cage?
Actually, I didn't see the documentary, guys, because I don't watch anything wrestling because I'm just not interested anymore. But yeah, I saw highlights of that match, and I just thought that was absolutely horrible.
Yeah,
I don't know if I think David Arquette felt he had something to prove to the hardcore fans, and in my mind, he had absolutely nothing to prove. And like I said, bro, wrestling is a television show. It is not real. It is written. It is scripted. It is produced. And I didn't like any of that whatsoever.
Yeah, no, fair play. It wasn't for the faint-hearted anyway. Okay, then, guys, right. As we draw this live with Vince Russo to a close, Vince, is there anything that you would like to plug before we let you go?
Yeah, guys, I do shows. I podcast every single day, bro, and I've got great people on there with me. I always forget somebody. I've got, let's see, Stevie Richards. I got Stevie Ray from Harlem Heat. I got EC3. I got Al Snow. I got the Disco Inferno. I got a Just Incredible, Taylor Hendricks. A lot of people, bro, that do shows with me. You get a bunch of content every single day, bro, for less than $5 a month. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. It's honest talk. Nobody's looking for jobs. But check it out, man. russosbrand.com. You can see it right there on the screen.
Awesome. Brilliant. Right, and guys, so we're going to draw an end to this live with Vince Russo. Vince, it's been unbelievable to talk to you, to pick your brains. Thank you so much for being a guest here. And to everyone who's watched and partook, for your questions, for your pre-sales, thank you so much for supporting Signature Moves yet again on this amazing live with Vince Russo. So from me, from Big Dan, and from the legend himself, Mr. Vince Russo, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks a lot, guys.